And tell me about Pimp Your Pavement.
So Pimp Your Pavement is my new campaign that's been going for a few weeks now to do two things. First of all, to focus attention on the opportunities at the pavement scale. So this is not about big community gardens that for a lot of people are wonderful but a bit intimidating to try and build. It's a big job. And it's more urban orientated. And the reason I'm focusing on the pavement is I think it's something that a lot of people can do and the benefits are enormous. It's something that is particularly public, particularly sociable, particularly shared, and the contrast between that very urban environment of the concrete and tarmac with something living beyond the grand old trees around our towns, I think is something that we should be doing more of. It is also an experiment with seeing how far I can take the guerrilla gardening movement as a source of inspiration for authorities to actually embrace what we do. Not just silently tolerate it, as they do at the moment, but to actively encourage and support it. And in London, that's barely happening at the moment, and the campaign has made very little progress. Meanwhile, I've heard from Winchester City Council, who are very interested in learning how guerrilla gardening can work with the authorities. I've seen in Montreal in the last 2 weeks that one of the districts are digging up the pavements around trees, enlarging the tree pits, putting in fresh soil and encouraging local residents to take that on. And this has happened previously in Amsterdam, it's happened in Berlin, in Zurich the tree pits are big and they tolerate and encourage guerrilla gardening there. And in Paris a new scheme launched 2 weeks ago, also inspired by guerrilla gardening, to get more people making greener spaces in the pavement area. So it's happening, it's just not happening, where I live at the moment, which is a bit frustrating, but you know, I'm in no rush.
And if people wanted to get involved with that, what's the easiest way to go about it?
Well, you can get involved in Pimp Your Pavement in a few ways. Ideally, go and do it. Look for an opportunity, a tree pit that's reasonably generously proportioned so that there's some good soil in there. If you see a few weeds growing, that's a good start. And if you want to just get some inspiration at this stage, visit pimpyourpavement.com, join the Pimp Your Pavement Facebook group. There's loads of photos on there. There are people talking about their positive and sometimes not so fortunate experiences. And meanwhile, there's a cat fight going on over here. Margarita, will you behave? There's always a battle in my life, unfortunately, and this one's with cats.